Well, I did it. I did not heed your warning, guys. You told me not to. You told me not to, but I've been telling you for some time. I've been planning to do this, and I finally got a chance to do this. Kraven the Hunter spoiler review. I finally got to see Kraven the Hunter. The movie Kraven the Hunter. I told you I did it for you guys. I did it for my viewers, my fans, my buddies. I did it for you guys. I sacrificed my sanity for you guys. Um yeah, so welcome. Welcome to the spoiler review for Kraven the Hunter. And it's bad. Don't get me wrong, it's bad. It's bad. It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie by any means. And I'll say one thing: the people telling you that Madame Rev is better, that's a lie. If anybody tells you Madame Rev is better than this movie, they're fucking lying. I'm telling you, they're fucking lying. And that's not saying much. That's not saying much. This movie is better than Madame Rev. Just by a little bit. Just by a little bit. It's like this. No, that movie's cancelled. But this movie is better than Madame Rev. And the reasons why this movie is better than Madame Rev, the story's better than Madame Rev. Yes, it's a basic generic story, but it wasn't a dumb, stupid story. Absolute non-cinema, Aaron World Order. You can take that quote to the bank. Okay? Oh yeah, I think Blindon wanted to hear this. Okay. And if Grace said this is comic accurate, well, she's lying. She clearly doesn't know Kraven. Then she's lying. She's lying. She's lying. Grace said this is comic accurate. I haven't watched a spoiler review because I was planning to do that till I see it, and now since I see it with local reaction to the spoiler review on it, it's probably gonna come tomorrow night after Monday Night Raw. But yeah, she's wrong. I know she says it's comic accurate, but she's wrong. She's wrong. Like many other things that we caught her lying about last week. Let me upload this clip. It's nothing to do with this, but we know she's a liar because we did a stream about the curly face, and we're gonna upload it. Nothing to do with this. Nothing to like I said. Nothing to do with this stream, but we caught her lying. Me, Blind, and everybody who watched that stream, we caught her lying, and I managed to get the part of her stream where she was caught lying. Okay, where we caught her lying. It's uploading now, so it's gonna take a little bit. Take a few minutes, but it's uploading, and then I'll show you where we caught her lying. But once again, this movie, yeah, it's bad. Better, Madame Rev. But it's a good thing this is ending. Sony's like taking a break from doing this. Decided, you know what? Yeah, we're not gonna continue on with this. My paws itch. Shut up. But we're gonna take a look at this. We're gonna take a look at where Grace was lying. Okay, because from last week, nothing about this movie once again. But I just have to show you where she was lying. Are you kidding me? Processing still, huh? You're still fucking processing the video? It's only a minute and 20 seconds. Why does it take so long to process? Oh my god. Okay, so as we get to this video, I'll talk about the movie for a couple of seconds until the processing is over, till it's 100%. And so, yeah, we got Eric Taylor Johnson, who's gonna be Sergey, aka Kravenov. Kravenov, right? We got Russell Crowe, who's the father, and we got, I don't know the actors playing, but we got Dimitri, who becomes Chameleon. Who's Chameleon? We got Calypso. We got the villain Rhino in this too. Also, the guy who becomes Rhino. It's the guy who becomes Rhino. It's not anything like the comics at all. Nothing like the comics. Nothing like the comics. Okay.
Joker.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here's where
Clayface
Grace is
is like,
lying.
why aren't I booking gigs like the Joker? And I'm like, because you're not the Joker, man. What do you want from me? This isn't Joker. This isn't Harley. You know, I mean, only some villains can kind of level up in that way. And I got to tell you, Clayface ain't that guy. I don't care what they do to him. So these things have not done particularly well.
Here we go.
All right? So
After
that's
this.
really, I think, a very clear strike against, you know, spinning out villains into their own stories. The good thing about the Penguin, though, and I agree with everybody, that's one of my favorite things about the Penguin, is that he remained a villain. Over here, they're all getting turned into anti-heroes. But here, he is the best.
The lie's coming up now.
And it was great. It was glorious. So I liked that quite a bit. Here's what makes this situation even more frustrating. Okay? So I asked my source, I was like, what do you got for me? When I heard this news yesterday. And they shocked me when they said, it's Reevesverse. I was like, oh, what? It's Reevesverse? Oh. But that opens up a whole slew of questions. I think, on the one hand, it's a realistic take, I heard. What's a realistic take on Clayface? Doesn't his face smush up
it's end in a couple seconds
to look like other people?
Okay. Here's the thing. Now, how do I get rid of this?
Joker.
We know.
The Clayface is like,
We know that's not true. Because we know Clayface movie is going to be in the DCU and not the Batman Reeves universe. So yeah, I managed to get a couple seconds from that to call her to lie, because she's clearly lying there. Gets drunk. She maybe is drunk. I don't know. But yeah, she was caught lying. Yeah, I think you're lying. So scratch your balls at work. All right, but let's get back to this movie. And I don't know where anybody is. All right, come on, guys, get in the chat. Maybe just besides Rocket here, you're too scared to know about this movie. You all scared? Y'all scared? Don't be, guys. Don't be. It's not a movie worth being scared about. Trust me. Trust me, it's not. Get in. Say something. All right. Let's get back into this. Oh my God, for the first 35 minutes, I would say mostly the first 35 minutes, the movie is about Kraven when he was a kid. A young Kraven, and how he got animal-like abilities, and his falling out with his father, and his relationship with his brother, stuff like that. But what's so weird is about... So, him and his brother are in boarding school in fucking New York City. Okay? New York City. Okay? Dimitri, it was Chameleon, but Chameleon is not really. He doesn't become Chameleon in this film until the end. There's gonna be nothing from that. He becomes Chameleon at the end, but like right at the ending. But there's nothing gonna come out of that anyway, because we know what's happening with Sony, right, with this stuff. So there's no payoff. Like there's no cliffhanger with that, because they're not gonna capitalize on that. Um, it's like Morbius and Madam Web. I don't even know if Madam had an ending. Okay, and their father Nikolai, yeah, Nikolai, who is a gangster, one of Russian mafias, right? Very powerful in the world. Their home, their family home is not even in Russia. It's in freaking London, England. And you got Eric Taylor Johnson and Dimitri, right? Sergey and Dimitri. They don't even have they don't even have Russian accents. They don't even try. Their accent is basically basic generic English. They don't have an accent behind it. They don't even sound like Russian. Okay? Russell Crowe managed to put on a freaking Russian accent. He's the only one of that family to manage to put on an accent. The only actor that's part of the Kavanaugh family to put on an accent. Aaron Taylor Johnson and the actor played Dimitri Reb. Dimitri Reb. Dimitri Reb. Dimitri don't even bother using an accent. It's like Aaron Taylor Johnson, even Age of Ultron, put on an accent. Put on an accent for Pietro or whatever, right? He even had an accent, and I would think the accent from Age of Ultron, yeah, it's from a made-up country, Sokovia, right, or the Sokovian language. Yeah, but that's based on an Eastern European countries, right? I would think he's able to do that in this movie, right? Be able to have an Eastern European or Russian accent, but he no freaking accent at all, no freaking accent, just English. And from the time he's a kid to an adult, okay. Same with his brother, no fucking accent at all. I'm like, okay, I guess maybe Sergey married an English woman. An English woman? An American woman? I don't know, because that only makes sense why they wouldn't have an accent as a kid to adulthood. I really don't know. Dimitri. It's oh wait, no. Be right back. All right. It's really it's yeah, uh, I'm like, what the hell? I was like watching. I'm like, wait, what happened? There's no Russian accent. You don't have a Russian accent? And so in this movie, Kraven is portrayed as an anti-hero, right? Not a villain, but as an anti-hero, right? Takes down gangs, criminals, and stuff like that. He hunts. He hunts. He hunts criminals, gangs, whatever. That's what he is. That's why he's called Kraven the Hunter. He goes after high profile powered criminals, right? That's why he's called Kraven the Hunter. He doesn't hunt animals. In fact, he loves animals, but he doesn't hunt them. Right? We know in the comics he hunts animals, right? He makes a challenge of hunting animals, things like that, and he gets eventually into not living beings, but eventually into humans like that. Gladiator was too busy. Well, I think he's dead. He died in Gladiator. Russell Crowe's character. But oh my God, the story is better, but it wasn't like a good story or anything. The story is better. It was a little better. It's just the Madam Web. Madam Web's story was just, ugh, if you could call that a story. Here, there's an actual plot. It just wasn't a very good plot. Better than Madam Web. Better Man in Red. Man in Red was just that guy trying to kill the girls because he saw the future that to kill him. That's it. Here, there's actually a reason why Kraven's going after his criminals, right? Now, yeah, so this is kind of like, so there's poachers, there's gangsters, Also, we got like, so we also got the Rhino in this movie. Rhino the villain. uh, what kind of cut was that? And where is everybody? Where are you? Where is you, Degrassi? Where are you, Degrassi? Where are you, Degrassi? Where are you, blinded? Where the hell are you guys? I don't see you in the chat. Are you too scared? Yeah, so the Rhino's in this movie. And it's not anything like the character from the comics who's a brute. It just does jobs. This Rhino actually was kind of one of the big bads and actually had motive and actually was supposed to be taken more seriously than what we perceive in the comics or sometimes in animation shows and other stuff, right? They tried to make it more serious, but he wasn't. I mean, he was. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. And I didn't understand what he truly was. Was he a doctor or a gangster? I did not know what he truly was. The Rhino character. The guy who becomes the Rhino. He's one of the villains. He's one of the big villains in this. Okay. Well, he is kind of the major villain in this, along with the father. But it's just also, it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The Rhino guy, right? So Kraven, the way Kraven gets his powers is really, really funny. It's really, really funny. Animalistic power. So when he was a kid, the father and a group went on a safari basically to hunt animals, right? Hunt animals in African savannah or whatever, right? Hunt specifically lions, I think. So what happened was Kraven and Dimitri lost track of the group, the father and then the other men that his father was with. So there was this Sergey and Dimitri together, and the lion appears out of nowhere alone. This lion appears nowhere alone, and it's growling at the kids. Kraven or Sergey has his rifle ready in position to shoot the lion, but he pulls it down. The lion and the lion gets shot by Kraven's father, right, Nikolai. But the lion didn't just leaps and attacks Sergey, and pulls him to a different area in this American savannah. There's this young girl, who finds him, basically a dead and out Sergey, who's pretty much dead. This woman was a young Calypso who happens to be in the savannah with her parents, I guess, taking on a safari, but not like a hunting, right? But she had this elixir, this potion, this whatever, and she used it to help heal. It wasn't supposed to heal Sergey. It was supposed to see if it works, to see if it can help him recover, not put him die. But also gave him animal abilities, powers. So at the hospital, he was dead. He was actually dead for 3 minutes. No, Calypso, not Eclipso, Calypso. Okay. Now, Kraven's father always saw his Dimitri weak, and always saw Sergey strong, and he always believes that Sergey once will take over the business, the family business. But Sergey didn't want any of that. He didn't believe in. He didn't want to be a criminal like him. He didn't believe. He was against that. He did not like what his father was doing, and he ran away. I think it's spelled differently though. It sounds like that, but it's not. It's not. But it's spelled differently. Okay. And Kraven and Calypso don't even bother seeing each other until like 25, 30 years later into the once we get to present time. It's weird. It's so fucking weird. Especially like you see the Rhino, this movie. Oh my god! When Alexi finally becomes Lexi is the Rhino. When he becomes Rhino, when he transformed to fully Rhino, because there's been a couple of times where there was a couple of times where there was a couple of times where Lexi was turning to Rhino, but not fully into the Rhino form until the end. And when he fully turned to the Rhino form, oh my god, the effects on this Rhino look was so damn bad. Oh my fucking god, it was really really bad. Yeah, the CGI VFX on this film was not good. It was not good, especially in the Rhino. I mean, oh, you'll see. You'll see the Rhino did not look good. I think you're confusing that with the video game. Was not good. Trust me, it was not good. It was not good. Ugh. It was. But the doctor, whatever, the guy explained how he became the Rhino. It was very interesting how he became the Rhino. He became the Rhino. What's up, Sideways? So the guy who becomes the Rhino, Lexi, right? The way he becomes the Rhino, well, I'll tell you how. As a spoiler review, he mentions that he met a doctor in New York, an unorthodox doctor, a really really strange doctor, in New York. It was bad, but it's still. But I'll tell you, Sideways, the people, they're telling you that it's better than Madame Reb. It's still better than Madame Reb. Okay, so he met a doctor in New York. Doctor in New York, very very unorthodox, very strange kind of doctor who likes to experiment. Not a Doctor Octopus or anything like that. They mentioned the name drop. They mentioned the name, and it's a name you're gonna recognize if you know the comics very well. It's a name you're gonna recognize. It's not a very popular mainstream name like Doctor Octopus, Otto Octavius, but if you're a comic book fan, and if you know Spider-Man, you'll understand who it is. Well, Sideways, you got it right. It is a jackal. It's Miles, what's the jackal's name? Yeah, Miles something. It is a jackal. But you don't see Jackal in the movie. Jackal, the guy is not in the Miles is not in the movie at all. He's just mentioned in the movie where Rhino was able to, the guy who becomes the Rhino was able to get something that the Jackal created for him to turn to the Rhino. Okay? And that's eventually the same thing with the end of the movie, because Alexi and his group, his men, like Alexi, his group has his own men, right? The Rhino, like he's like a mob boss, kind of mob boss too. Yeah, so he's not like the typical Rhino we get from the comics or whatever other adaptations. He's kind of like he's a criminal mastermind too. Miles Warren, yeah. So he kidnaps Dimitri. Dimitri is chameleon, but at this point in the movie, he doesn't become chameleon until basically at the end. To the end, but he told about how he met this doctor like Miles Warren in New York. He told him about how he met this doctor, and he showed a bit of him changing into Rhino a little bit in front of Dimitri, and then right. So he told Dimitri about Miles Warren and what Miles Warren can do because he shared something a little bit with Miles Warren. He felt like he was been disrespected over his years by serious actor, like by serious people. He even tried to partner up with the Kravenov's father in the past. But so when he showed Dimitri, he told him how he was able to do this by seeing the doctor Miles Ward. At the end, we see Dimitri change into different people, right? He changed into Kraven at the end, and he changed into other people, and so he went to the doctor and he went to the same doctor, and the doctor gave him an ability for him to change into a chameleon. A chameleon. And that scene is actually on YouTube. You can find that scene on YouTube. It's not an after credits scene. That scene's on YouTube. It's basically if you want to go see it, go on YouTube. It's on YouTube. The chameleon. Not the comedian, the chameleon. And okay, because the chameleon, Demetrius always felt disrespected by his father. Like his father didn't really care for him that much. And at the ending, once also the father was taken out, once Russell Crowe was taken out and killed, and I'll tell you how he was killed after. Chameleon kind of took over the family, kind of took over but kind of took over the reins that the father had until the father's death. So he kind of took over the reins. This does not sit well with Kraven Sergey, because Sergey in this movie was an anti-hero and he was trying to take out bad guys. But why did the chameleon decide, to take the reins? Because he felt disrespected, and this is felt his way to be respected by finally being in power and control and stuff. What are you talking about? So Jackal made fun of like how me almost. Oh, it's not making it. It's not making even close to 100 million. It's not going to make much as Morbius. Not even as much as Madam Web. Here's the thing. Kraven is not even getting any treatment on like Madam Web is getting a bunch of. Here's the thing. Madam Web and Morbius, when those two movies came out, they were getting roasted. Kraven, while Kraven came out and is doing worse financially, box office wise, it's not getting as roasted as much. That's what I've noticed. Yeah, Mufasa is horrible. I heard, not good either. I would recommend seeing Kraven. If you're gonna see Kraven, wait till it gets on Netflix or something, because it will be on one of those streaming services. Kraven is gonna make Kraven money, Kraven numbers. But this movie, oh my god! There's other villain, Hitman villain, who goes like this. It kills people. I don't know what the Spider-Man villain is named, but I think it's called a Foreigner. I'm sorry. I think there's a villain called a Foreigner. Kraven, yeah. So there's a Foreigner. It's
who's
a mercenary, and he's in the Kraven movie, played by Christopher Abbott. And the way he kills people is like this. He goes one. So he basically to hypnotize people and make people stop in time. Like he has like the ability to like, I don't know. I gotta see it. I gotta see him if he's actually a Spider-Man villain. Foreigner character. Yeah, he is a Spider-Man villain. Yeah. He's why he worked for Rhinos because of obsession. His goal is to kill Kraven. He's hunting Kraven. He's hunting Kraven. So Kraven is hunter. He's hunting right criminals. Where this guy's hunting Kraven. Okay. But he dies. He dies. The Foreigner. Yes, his name. The Foreigner. No, is it the Foreigner? Is it the Foreigner? I don't know. If there's one movie you gotta see this weekend, George, it's Sonic. Sonic is good. Sonic is fun. But yeah, he killed his career. So the Foreigner was in, played by Christopher Abbott. It was. Alexander Nova, Alexia, a Russian mercenary who could transform to a human rhino hybrid. So, okay, Alexi's a mercenary who could transform to a human rhino by injecting himself. Yeah. Okay. Shut up. Fred Heinzinger is Dimitri. Oh, personal reasons? Okay. But yeah, oh my god, like I don't even know what Clipso is. Clipso is. Foreigner. An assassin hired by. But what's funny is like you see Kraven. This guy has such human-like ability, animal-like abilities. This guy can sense smell, taste like an animal from far distances. This guy could climb like a different kind of like some animals could climb. This guy could land on his feet like a cat. You know, they say cat lands on their feet. Well, he does land on his feet. He does land on his feet. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. And happy holidays, everybody else. Here's the thing. Russell Crowe definitely tried to act in this movie. He definitely did. Definitely. Like, if I had to compare the acting from this and Man and Web, Russell Crowe definitely tried to act. He definitely wasn't phoning in. He wasn't phoning in here. Aaron Taylor Johnson, well, he did all the stunts and all this. I could tell he's phoning it in. Okay, he was phoning in here. I mean, no accent at all. His name is Sergei Kraven from Russia. No freaking accent. Not even as a child. Kwanzaa is not a Jewish holiday, by the way. Um, he doesn't even speak yet. So like, I think Aaron Taylor Johnson's floating in, but he definitely got in shape for the movie. That's the guy who plays Alexei, the Rhino. I'm gonna see if it streams too. When it streams, it'll probably be on HBO. I mean on Max because it's Warner Brothers. But the guy who plays Alexei is like, oh my god. I know that. I mean, I know we got Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and that was a joke for Paul Giamatti. That was kind of ridiculous. But I know they're trying to make him kind of a serious. We're kind of making him a story. There's like a credible threat here, but the guy was over the top at times, and I don't know. I just never pictured Rhino to be a top, a, a, a threat like this, a major threat, somebody serious to mess with. It's who has who who has lots of money, wants to take control, who has hires people to do some killings, wants to take out some other families, other underground families, stuff like that. I just never like, oh man, and there was just some characters and some actors and actresses in that movie like phoning it in. Well, he's the only one that did an accent. He's the only one that did an accent. That's the thing. Nobody else bothered doing an accent. That's okay. Nobody. I'm like, that's the first thing I caught in this film. I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you speaking like an American? I mean, they're not even speaking European at all. They were speaking like they're from America. America. I know they went to boarding school in the movie. They went to boarding school in New York. Did they lose their accent when they went to America? Did they lose their accent and begin to develop the American tongue? Boxing Day. But there was no fucking nothing there. Like he had even an accent, an accent. Even in the games, I mean, even in the Spider-Man 2 game, he had an accent. Even in the animated series, he had an accent, but no accent. And we know Eric Taylor Johnson, when he was Pietro, had an accent. He did try an accent, and he's fine at it. It was Elizabeth Olsen that struggled with the accent, and they decided, you know what? They decided, you know what, Elizabeth, you know what? You don't need to do the accent anymore in the future stuff. I mean, once Civil War came, the accent was gone. You're like, okay. It's like, okay. But Eric Taylor Johnson actually was decent with accents. I mean, he did a fine American accent in this film. Okay? But he was not playing an American character. That's the thing. Same with Dimitri. Why is Russell Crowe the only one that has a Russian accent? Like, why? Oh my god. It's true. If you're gonna watch it, you're gonna notice the exact same thing. Oh my god, and also the way Rhino dies, he gets stampeded by a bunch of stampede wild buffalo. That's how he dies. The Rhino dies by getting stampeded by wild buffalo. I'm telling you. I gotta change the channel here, man. I don't know how Grace Randolph could like this movie. I don't know what Grace Randolph sees in this movie. Well, he's lucky. The H.R. Johnson is lucky if he has a stand-up performance not for Oscar in the same month of this movie, because this movie did this movie he definitely folded in at times. And yeah, Demetrius not a chameleon. Chameleon. Chameleon, not comedian. Chameleon. And apparently, when the film was supposed to come out last year, this was not supposed to be. A lot of them that came out this year was not even in the original cut that was supposed to come out last year. Apparently, a lot of it, they basically filmed two films, basically. Basically, they had a film that was supposed to come out last year, but since they moved it back basically a year and a couple months, yes, it was supposed to come out October 30th of last year, and they postponed it a year and 2 months later, 14 months, right? 14 months. 14 months later, remember? 14 months later, remember? October to December. Apparently, the film we're going to get last year, it's not even this film. Because the Rhino was never supposed to be in this film. So they basically had like the reshoot. This wasn't reshoots, man. This was a whole fucking second film. Peacemaker is a comedian. Kind of, yeah. The comedian is a piece of shit, though. The comedian is a piece of shit. But this film was supposed to be. It was two different films. Two different films. The original film we were supposed to get last year was not going to be this film, and you would think a year and a half later they would make it interesting, better to find. You know what? Yeah, I think this works. Nope. Sonya the Last Dance. What I like about that movie, it wasn't taking itself seriously. It wasn't a great movie, but it was a solid, fun, bad movie, right? It's one of those movies where it's bad, but you like. This is not that. This is not that. This is still better than Madame Reb. This is still better than Madame Reb. I don't know why Terry Johnson couldn't do a Russian accent. He's freaking British. He's able to do Russian accents, man. Americans are the worst at accents, okay? Americans suck at doing accents. I'll say this. I was watching TV. Yes, last night before I went to bed. When I went to bed, turned the channel. Now, this movie did not do well. Doolittle did not do well, right? Robert Downey Jr. movie. Doolittle did not do well. I was turning in, watch a couple minutes of Doolittle, hearing Robert Downey Jr.'s version. Robert Downey Jr. Good actor, but he's not good at accents. British accents. He's not good at British accents. Sherlock Holmes, I don't think he was good at that as a British accent. And I don't think it's good at Doolittle as a British accent. He's not good at doing British accents. I'm sorry. Now, I see different incarnations of Sherlock Holmes over the years. Different actors played Sherlock Holmes. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch was fine as Sherlock Holmes. But he didn't have a freaking outrageous accent like him. We got that modern Sherlock Holmes of Lucy Liu. That modern Sherlock Holmes were modern times. I think the guy was a decent Sherlock Holmes there. Yes, they gender bend the Watson, but the guy acted. I think that was a solid Sherlock Holmes. I'm gonna say this. Robert Downey Jr. is not good at doing British accents, and it's hard to do a British accent. Americans are like Degrassi always told me the Americans are not good at accents. They're not. Canadians are better at accents than Americans. In North America, Canadians do better accents. But we heard Eric Terry Johnson do. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Degrassi, exactly. It wasn't that good, but like we hear Eric Terry Johnson do accents before, and he's good at it. But also, Crow is good at accents too. He did a fine Russian accent, but he's the only one that did a Russian accent. This is it was probably a smart thing to release this movie a year later instead of October 30th of last year when the game came out. Because if the movie came out while the game was out, people are going to do the compare and contrast of Kraven from the game to Kraven in the movie if the movie came out last year the same month, like it was originally planned. It's going to be it would have been a nightmare. It would have been a nightmare for Sony. And also, it would have been a positive for Sony because people love the game, but also been a nightmare for Sony. And I'm talking about the whole company of Sony, right? They'd be happy with the game, but not happy with the movie. uh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Degrassi. Yeah. Yeah. One of the reasons why I say Torontonians are good with accents is because Toronto is, they film a lot of movies and TV shows up here, but Toronto is a very heavy play theater. When I mean theater, I mean like Broadway. It's like Broadway theaters, theater like. Toronto's one of theater like, and a lot of sketch comedy too up here. Sketch comedy up here too. That's why. And I don't know why. I don't know why they're bad. I know why Degrassi told me. It's because they don't focus on in America. They don't. It's not. They don't focus on theatric work. Yeah, theatrical work. It is an L. Yeah, tell us how you really feel. No, I'm telling you the truth. Okay, Elf. It's really a bad movie. I wouldn't recommend seeing it in the theaters. I didn't see it in the theaters. If I saw it in the theaters, if I saw it, I can do some accents though. I can do some accents, not all of them. I can do some. But I would, if you want, wait till it's on Netflix. Don't even, if you want to go to a VOD, don't even bother paying whatever it is for VOD. Just wait till it's on Netflix. It'll go on Netflix. I guarantee it'll go on Netflix. But Kraven, man. Yeah, the guy does die. The father does die. Gets killed, mauled by a bear. Yeah, yep, yeah. Based in the GTA area, yeah. But thank you, thank you. Yeah, Cyberpunk right now. Yeah, that's true. All true. All true. But how are you doing, guys, Blind? It was bad. The people are saying it's worse than Madam Web are wrong. Now it's gonna do worse financially, Madam Web, but it's a better movie than Madam Web. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Madam Web came out in February, right? So there was less competition. This movie came out in December. Yes, Mufasa didn't do good. Lords of the Rings are not doing good, but there was competition. Or at least there was competition, right? Sonic 3 is doing very well. Sonic 3 is dominating right now. This movie should have never come out. It's not blinded. Trust me, it's not. That's a lie. Trust me, this movie should never come out this month. Okay? Oh, let me tell you something. It's not worse than Madam Web. Trust, has no environmental value. Yeah, it does. It's PETA's favorite movie. PETA's favorite movie. Don't hurt animals. It's not. Here's the thing. It's not even him about saving fucking animals. The whole thing is, yes, Kraven is a hunter, but it's not him about protecting animals. You haven't even seen the movie Blinded. I don't know what you can say. It's not even him about protecting animals. It's not him about protecting animals or anything like that. It's just about him stopping criminals. That's it. And we know Kraven from the comics and stuff. His thing is about hunting the biggest predator, right? And it gets to a point where he sees Spider-Man as this competition, this biggest predator. Oh my god. Don't even need to see. Yeah, you kind of do, buddy. Because you'll say it's better than Madam Web. But that rhino, man, oh my god. And the chameleon at the end, you see at the end, Dimitri changes his face to this chameleon face. It's bad. It's really, really bad. It's bad. I bet you will. When it's free. But Grace Randolph is dead wrong. You sound like Rocket. It's not. It's not worse than Madam Web. I'll tell you that. It's not worse. It's not worse. Okay. Oh my god. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Kraven the Hunter has a 73 audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding. It has a 73% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, Cyberpunk? This will only work if they got Keanu Reeves in it, okay? But oh my god, 73%. I'm not kidding, man. Oh yeah, I'm glad. Paramount is good, man. Man, to me, Zelda is a big. To me, Zelda live action Zelda to me is like. Is it wise to go live action with Zelda? That's a big risk. You get fucking Tom Holland as Link. Remember remember everybody was. Remember when everybody has. Remember Tom Holland. Everybody's like, Tom Holland should be Link. Oh my god! And I make the joke. Yeah, Zendaya is gonna be Princess Zelda. Can you imagine? Oh, and they can make Robert Downey Jr. the fucking owl. He could be the owl or the Duke tree. Sorry. Or they can make I'm just having fun there. Bad cat. I'm sorry. If she, as long as she Shriek from Ocarina of Time. I'm kidding. I don't know what to say about this movie, man. I did it for you guys. That's how I was gonna do this. I did it for you guys, so you don't have to. So you should all thank me. Also, I got duped by a fake Sean Gunn account. Yeah, it's Roke. They were called Roke. They call it Roke. The the Legend of the Roke. The Legend of the Roke. That should be called the Legend of the Roke. You know what, right? It'll be called Legend of the Roke if the last of. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I just saw car. Well, I want to know why somebody made a Twitter, an X account, impersonating Sean Gunn's burner account. Like, why Sean Gunn? Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, like, the Last of Zelda, the Last of Roke, Legend of the Roke. The Legend of Roke is such a great name. The Legend of Roke. The grassy. You see that counts, RJ? It's probably RJ. Man, can you imagine? Yeah, RJ is participating in Sean Gunn's burner account. It's the person behind it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. There really has been no movie news these past 2 days, except the whole Justin Baldini and Blake Lively situation. I mean, that's pretty crazy, but I don't want to talk about that. I mean, like, that's not what I'm going to talk about in here. That's basically it for the past 2 days. That's a pretty yeah, that whole thing on the. So there hasn't really been any movie news these past 2 days. It's probably gonna be slow movie news, right? Probably next 2 weeks. Movie news will probably be slow because of the holidays. And I think we're already starting to see it. So I think it's gonna be slow to pass the holiday. So I gotta find stuff to do the past, right? I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers. This week, Grace Randolph does a video on the Superman trailer, so that me, Blinded, Degrassi, and everybody else could like chime in on her. Also, once again, before I end this, we caught her lying. Remember, we caught her lying, and I have the clip. It's gonna take about 5 minutes again to upload, but I have the clip. Drag the asphalt. I have the clip of her lying, so everybody has to cut that stream that me and Blind were on. Here's a little clip of she's lying, and it'll take a couple minutes. Okay. I think Rocket's already seen it. So it's processing right now. What happened? What's up with Jeff Snyder? Is he getting caught out now? The guy's a creep, though. Oh yeah, I did hear you say that. Okay. Let's see if I have the clip. Let's see if it's up. Okay, so processing. I think you know what clip I'm talking about.
Joker.
All right.
The Clayface is like, why aren't I booking gigs like the Joker? And I'm like, because you're not the Joker, man. What do you want from me? This isn't Joker. This isn't Harley. You know, I mean, only some villains can kind of level up in that way. And I got to tell you, Clayface ain't that guy. I don't care what they do to him. So
Blinded, if
these
you're still
things
here,
have not done
this is it.
particularly
This is
well.
why.
All right, so
Yeah,
that's
knows.
really, I think, a very clear strike against, you know, spinning out villains into their own stories. The good thing about the Penguin, though, and I agree with everybody, that's one of my favorite things about the Penguin, is that he remained a villain. Over here, they're all getting turned into anti-heroes, but here, he is a bastard. And it was great. It was glorious. So I liked that quite a bit. Now, here's what makes this situation even more frustrating, okay?
She always has.
So I asked my source, I was like, what do you got for me?
Here.
When I heard this news yesterday. And they shocked me when they said, it's Reevesverse. I was like, oh, what? It's Reevesverse? Oh, but that opens up a whole slew of questions. I think, on the one hand, it's a realistic take, I heard. What's a realistic take on Clayface? Doesn't his face smush up?
Now, when she did
to
that
look like
stream, the movie was just announced moving forward. But wasn't that stream when she did that stream? She did not. It wasn't announced which universe it's going to be, the DCU or the Matt Reeves universe. But why did I say she's lying? Because she said her source told her. Her source told her. That's the reason why she's lying. If her source told her that, I'm not sure. Maybe it's believable if she had sources, but her source, that's why she just is lying. That's the key thing. She said her source. Her source. That's when you know she's lying. Because as you know, a few days later, it's confirmed for the DCU. When you mention your source in that statement, that's when you know you're lying. That's when you know that's when you know she's lying. Or get better sources. Or just letting you know. Nobody should take your word for anything on speculation and rumors that she says she's heard. Because What? What? Some dumbass on Twitter said the Batman was trying to Marvel for some reason. What? No. No. That's clearly not the case. I don't know what that person who's watching who said that, but clearly they're not watching the same stuff. No. But yeah, so anybody who uses Grace as some sort of somebody with news, or hears about, or somebody's looking for, or if you look at Grace as someone as a source of information, what they hear about, oh, possibly, yeah, I heard from this, this is gonna happen, just to let you know, she has no sources and she's a liar. Same with Campia. All right. Now, thank you guys, because coming on an hour stream. Oh man, I want to thank all of you for coming on. Appreciate it. I'll find something to do tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh no, I don't know if I can do something. Wednesday, I may not do something. It's Christmas. I may do something Christmas Eve and tomorrow, but I may not do anything on Wednesday because it is Christmas for you guys, right? It's holidays, right? So I may not do anything on Wednesday. I don't know. I will see. But I'll try to do something tomorrow and Tuesday, and Thursday, and definitely Thursday and Friday. And yeah, make that with that, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And have a good rest of Sunday, guys. Bye.